Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everything'Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey! Welcome. I am so excited. Today is going to be a freaking fantabulous, awesome show. We have like two artists that are here that are just, they have beautiful work. We have Tara that does arts and crafts, and she does draws, paints, you name it. She's so awesome at it. Eric makes all kinds of stuff. He's a painter. He makes vases, and he likes to put it in order to where you got like 2 or 3 pieces, and they kind of like fit into each other. But they are new, so I'm trying to help them by getting them out there more. If you see this art and you love this art, and you just got to get it. You got to buy it. They have the way to get a hold of them and everything. My day and my week has been awesome, but like yesterday was pretty cool. And then we got up today, yesterday was storming.
What made yesterday pretty cool?
Yeah, right.
You gotta tell them.
But yesterday was
what
like,
it's about if you're gonna tell us about today.
Okay, yesterday we was like in a tornado, all kinds of stuff going on in Crane, Missouri, and it was like the sirens were going off. There's tornado warning, and there was like high winds and rain, and like, oh my God, we had to like rush to my mom's house, and the hell just started pouring down. And, you know, usually, I mean, they say that you hit rain and then you hit hell and then there's the tornado. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, we're going to be in it. So I turned my phone on and started recording just to see if I was going to be in it. I wanted to get it, you know, show everybody else what it's like. So yeah, it was kind of hairy, but it was awesome. I kind of liked it. Oh, got that adrenaline rush going on and everything. Kevin, he was all like driving along, and I'm like, "It's okay, babe. We're almost there, babe." You know, coaching him along, and then he takes.
Shit, I ain't scared.
Whatever. He crapped himself. I mean, yeah, he did. Not really. So yeah, and that was pretty much my exciting night. We got back here, we went out, had a little time, celebrated St. Patrick's Day, and we did it safe. And I hope that Ian's had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, and you brought it in great and just had a wonderful day, because it's an awesome day. I love it. That's the day my mom was born, so she's a leprechaun. And I used to say in school, whenever I was in school, I was like, my mommy is a leprechaun. And they're like, oh, really? And how do you know that? Because she tells me. And I was like so little, and everybody just got a kick out of it. And I don't know. I believed it forever. And then I'm like, what? She's not a leprechaun? I thought she was a leprechaun all my life. But she's not the leprechaun. Oh, there you go. Little Irish. So we will get on with the show here.
Say hi to the people that are joining.
Hi, people that are joining. Hi, Chanel. What's up? Hello, Brother Dom. Hello, Brother Tom. Hi, Damien Costello. Oh, my God. He was on last Thursday. Fabulous show. He's awesome. If you like movies, he is in some movies. Bad Boys is one of them.
You can check the show out on WLFE-TV.com.
Yes, and he has all the information that you need to get a hold of him, and he's totally fabulous. You're gonna love him. Oh, thank you, Chanel. I know I always look fabulous, don't I? I mean, I'd like to think so, but not really. I get up in the morning and I get out of bed. I look like a hooker from the corner because all my makeup's mirroring down, and I'm all like, oh my God. And he's like, babe, here, wipe your face off. I'm like, oh, right. And it's usually a hangover sometimes. And I'm like, oh yeah, I had makeup on last night. So we are going to get on with the show. We are going to bring wonderful Tara out, and she is South Carolina. Hi, beautiful Tara.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I am wonderful. You look fabulous as always.
Thank you.
So, Tara, I've been talking to her for a little over a year. We met in
Almost here.
almost a year. Actually, October will be a year. And we met at a motel. You were there celebrating or
I was there on my honeymoon.
honeymoon. Yeah, I was like, I couldn't remember. Her honeymoon, and we just fell in love with each other. So she's my BF from South Carolina, and she does all kinds of artwork, drawings, paintings, and she's just awesome. And she started this page, Facebook page, and I kind of like helped coached her in a way, me and some other friends of hers, and talked her into actually creating all of her art and getting back into doing her art more. And I am so proud of you, girl. Like, I am so proud of you. You're doing awesome. I love your work. Great, great job. Like, I can't believe that you haven't showed it sooner.
Yeah, my friend Julia keeps telling me that. Like the second I created my page, you and her, my sister, you guys were the first people that I sent the things to. And she's like, it's about time. Thanks. She's like, I'm glad you listened to me. Oh yeah, thanks. But it wasn't you. It was actually T. Roy. I was like, but I appreciate it.
I love it. She also makes dolls. As you can see on both sides of her, there are dolls, literally. She paints them, she puts the faces on them, she makes the clothes, everything that,
I
yeah,
didn't put the faces on them. I just Isa, which is my little skeleton over here, I did paint her face. I
yes.
added blue and silver into her blonde hair. I painted her whole body black. So yeah, technically, I guess I could say she's just naked. She's painted to look like she's naked over here. And then Sophia, I did the same thing. I just, I did her lips. I put eyeshadow around her eyes, put purple in her hair, and glued a shirt and stuff on her. But these boots and the leggings she came with, and this is my Valentine's Day doll. And then I got my Halloween one over here, and I got a little Christmas one here. And this is Linda.
Awesome. 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 So, where did you come up with the idea
Well,
of, like,
actually, it was my husband's Christmas doll. We had just gotten two little kittens who decided they wanted to be devils and paint. And I have an 8-year-old cat who just wasn't having it, so they decided that they wanted to run around. They jumped up on what we had her standing on, and she fell. She broke. They ripped up her dress. They destroyed her hair. So I actually gave her a makeover. It's like, okay, because I couldn't fix her after that.
yeah.
There's no way I could fix her dress. Her hair was so badly to the point where, you saw nothing but bald spots. And I was like, well, she looked good, but now it's time for a makeover. So she went from being an angel to a caroler.
Awesome. And, oh my God, you did such a wonderful job. She showed me a before and after picture, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, I was totally blown away. I was like, what? What? Because she's always said, no, I'm not very good at my art, and I don't draw very good. And I was like, whatever, girl, you can do this. And you are. Yeah, I love it. Love it. I'm so glad that you're doing what you're doing. So, how would anybody be able to get a hold of you if they were wanting to get a hold of you?
I have a Facebook page called Love's Creations that I created because we were talking about it. And you can actually, if you go to your search bar on Facebook and you just type in Love Creations, it comes up with a picture of my Halloween doll. She is my profile picture at the moment, or I have the at Love Creations 2021.
Awesome, awesome. And those are the ways to get a hold of her. If you're interested in her for, anything, I'm sure that she could probably work something out for you and help you out. She does wonderful work, like I said, and she's a wonderful, awesome, beautiful person that I am just so ecstatically proud of, because you kind of were in a shell whenever we first met, and I'm kind of watching you blossom, and I just love it because I can tell a little difference in you. And
With all my friends, actually, a
yeah,
lot of them used to sit there and be like, "Oh, how long have you been friends?" "Oh, we've been friends for a while." It only took her about 3 years to open up to me, but we've been friends for like 10.
yeah. All right. We have some comments from the audience.
Damien says, "Yo, that's sick. How much to make me into a doll? Message me later on. Awesome work, Tara."
Okay, thank you.
But you do more than dolls, right? You draw, you paint.
I have this canvas here, which, believe it or not, is just a shirt on a canvas with my son's name up top. My son had outgrew the shirt, and it was a shirt that he enjoyed, and he was upset that it didn't fit him anymore. It was actually pretty funny watching him try to squeeze into it with, his big fat head. But he could get it on, but unfortunately, it was to the point where you just couldn't get it off. And I was like, all right, we'll make it into a wall decoration. So that's what I did. I cut it up around the shark, glued it to the board, made, the water background, and put his name up top. And then today we were at Walmart and he found the exact same shirt and he made me buy it. So I did. Now he's got two, a shirt and a wall decoration.
Awesome. Heck yeah. I mean, that's pretty
But
cool.
see, he'll always have the memory. He'll be like, "That's the original right there."
Yeah.
That's what I said to him. I was like, well, you got the shirt and you got the original, because when you outgrow this one, I guess you give it to your brother because I'm not doing it again. Yeah, the shirt would be a different story, but you don't need to.
Right.
I also have bags that I created. I created them for the children that were a part of my wedding. They were cute. They had their names on it, and I drew what they were interested in, and I put a quote to it. I painted it up and whatever, and it was like a little gift bag for them.
Awesome. Awesome. So we have some drawings and some of your artwork here. We're going to pop it up, and we would like for you to tell us about it, if you wouldn't mind.
Also, describe it, because
Yes.
we're not always on video on all the stations. So
Right. We're also radio too. So if you explain it, then they get a better idea of what is going on, kind of thing.
That is actually my Phoenix. I've actually been thinking of doing that for about 3.5 years now. I started looking it up and getting quotes to the Phoenix back in February of 2018 when I started going to school at the University of Phoenix to become an elementary school teacher. And I actually kind of just made it.
I love it.
an elementary school teacher.
Yes.
Girl.
I have one more year left. I graduate next year in April 23rd.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You must have the patience of a saint. I couldn't deal with that.
I'm hoping, because believe it or not, the way my kids are, I actually thought about if I'm interested in even continuing, but and she goes, "You got one more year left. You're $32,000 in debt. You seriously want to quit now?" No.
Right?
True.
So.
And you're going to be awesome at it because you're a wonderful mother. And I think that's a big part of being a teacher is, learning that and knowing children and, your kids. So
yeah, believe it or not, I went started doing the University of Phoenix because my oldest son is autistic. I spent 4 years after I had him. He wouldn't speak. If he needed something from you, he would just sit there and he'd point or he'd scream, he'd get mad. He just would not talk to you, and it was so hard. I finally got him to explain what was going on, got him to speak. That's a kid that doesn't shut up.
Yeah.
I actually, like I said, my kids are, I'm surprised I got hair in my head. I made that because the whole reason I attended the University of Phoenix was because I had helped my son, and I decided to help other children that either have the same issue my son does or to just help them in general. Because I've noticed a lot of teachers sit there and teach kids the same way. Not all kids learn the same way. Every child learns
Right.
differently. My 4-year-old speaks when it's convenient for him.
Yes.
My 7-year-old doesn't know how to be quiet.
So are you gonna go into special needs teaching or just elementary in general?
Just for right now, it's elementary in general. I later on am deciding on going into the special needs, but I've decided to put that off for a little bit to see what kind of students that I do have. Because my son has virtual learning, and I listen to him, Monday through Friday, every day, the whole entire class. And there's a lot of kids that don't need to be in a special education classroom, but they do need help in reading and math. Some of them need help, when they're speaking, but they're in a regular class. So I figured I would put the special needs off for now and see how it goes from there.
That's good.
Awesome. Yeah, you got it planned out. So it's definitely going to work out for you. So this next picture that you drew really kind of hit my heart because I have it in my immediate family. And, it happened some years ago. And whenever I seen it and I read it, I was like, oh, wow. It really speaks to what you wanted to speak about.
I created that picture because, believe it or not, I've been there. I've thought about it. I've never done it or followed through with it or did anything leading to it. But there's many times that I have thought about it. I never thought about what it would do to anybody that, my friends, my family. At that time, it fazed me. It didn't bother me.
Right.
I was scrolling through my Facebook one time and I saw that quote and I just put a picture to it.
Well, it definitely fits it. And like I said, it takes real talent to do something like that. You read something and then you envision whatever you envision to go with that. And it literally goes together. And you did really well with that.
Thank you.
And here is another one.
Picture. I've been in, I can't tell you how many relationships that were pointless that, I should have got myself out of, but I chose not to. And looking at, like I said, back in the previous picture, I saw that quote on Facebook and I put a picture to it. And, I'm married now. So I'm looking at that one as the fact that, okay, I actually been in a relationship where I was not engaged and didn't have to throw the ring at somebody's head for once. So
Right.
I hope this works out, but I took that as the fact of what I've been through in the past. It's time to let it go. Stop thinking that this relationship is going to be the same.
Right.
But not all relationships are. Unfortunately, mine were. But for that one, it's time to, put all the pain from others just in the past.
Absolutely. And that's awesome. You really speak with your work for sure. So on your dolls, do you make the clothes that go on them?
This shirt for Sophia, I did. I had used a Build-A-Bear shirt that I had on one of my Build-A-Bears, and I cut it up to a shirt that she had shown up with, and I painted it black. I had glued my wedding decorations to it to make it more like a Valentine's Day. So I put like the hearts. I put the pink trim around to make it look like she's wearing a tank top. I even gave her tattoos on her arm, and I cut up one of my necklaces to give her, those like flowers with
Mhm.
the colors and the rhinestones.
Oh
So
yes,
on her
yes.
arm, so she's on both of them. One's pink, one's white. I gave her
Nice.
my wedding flowers that my little flower girl was walking down our aisle with to hold. And I had put the purple in her hair. I just cut one of my hair extensions up and started adding in the purple to make her hair a little longer, and it blended really nice. And I kept it. I decorated her case after my husband had made it. He went over and beyond. I just wanted something simple because, fortunately, these two don't know how to stand. They're the only dolls I've worked with that don't know how to stand up.
Yeah.
Like, and the second you let them go, they immediately fall back. They're the only dolls. That's just them. So he created these stands for them, and I had their names on each of them. And then over here, she has, little drawings for Valentine's Day. I put flowers on the top, and there's her name.
Oh, that's super cute.
Oh, it is awesome.
Miss Sophia. And then I have Isa, who she is my favorite.
Yeah, she's my favorite too. I just love the color. She's so colorful, like so colorful.
But she was actually um, okay, she's created after a friend of mine. A couple years ago, my friend was murdered by a guy she was dating. She was my
Oh,
best
yeah.
friend. So it's, we did pretty much everything together. My
Yeah.
parents went over the road back when my son was 3, my oldest. So
Right.
they went over the road for about 4.5 years now, because next Thursday he'll be 7. And she moved in, she helped me. We were pretty much living together. And this was her actual final Halloween costume that we had spent together when we took my son out.
Oh,
He passed away actually not that long in 2017 when I had my youngest. But this was what her Halloween costume was in 2016. I created her to look like a replica because she had the blonde hair, the blue eyes, and that's what she has. She's got that icy blonde hair with the blue eyes. I do
Yeah.
have pictures of what she looks like, but
She is very beautiful, and it literally, like, yeah, you did a really great job on that, and thank you very much for like sharing that with us. I'm sorry for your loss.
thank you.
It's not the easiest thing to lose someone that's
It's
close to
not,
you.
but I named her Isa actually because my son, yeah, he may be a boy, but he loves those Disney Juniors with the Sophia the First, Elena of Avalor. We would watch them together. They were pretty cute. I can't lie about that. I did, beg him to watch them, and he didn't want to because I wanted to know the whole and everything. But in Elena of Avalor, Elena has a little sister named Isabel, but she calls her Isa as a nickname. And Savannah had liked that name to the point where she's like, when I have a daughter, I'm gonna name her Isabel so I can call her Isa. Like, okay, all right, that's cool. But
Oh,
that's
awesome.
what I named her. I named her after what she wanted to name her daughter when she had one. Unfortunately, she didn't get to, but
Yeah.
she's an exact replica, pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you have her.
Thank you.
Totally. So you also make bags. You decorate bags.
I do. I have, because in October of next year is when they're gonna get them all. But I have this one. This is my friend Julia's daughter's. Her name is Rose. Well, Rosie is what I call her. But I have all princesses on it. So I have Jasmine,
Pretty.
Ariel, and Belle. And then on the back, I have Aurora, Snow White, and Cinderella. And the little quote I gave her was, "You are beautiful, powerful, accountable because you are a princess."
Oh, that is powerful. I love it.
And she's going to be one on October 3rd when we do our reception party.
Awesome.
That one. I have my son Owen's bag, which I love. It goes perfect with him because he loves, he loves dinosaurs. So I did the dinosaur, and it says, "Don't mess with me. I'm hungry." Because that's all I
That's
need
cute.
food. I need a drink. I need food. Give me food. Where's my food? That's all I
That's
hear
cute.
all day. So I quote fits him, and that's where it goes.
I love it. And you also decorate shirts as well?
I do. My son goes to school, and they do after 100 days. They do the 100 days of school.
Mm-hmm.
So I created this white one for him last year when he was in kindergarten, and it says, "Ahoy, matey! I've treasured 100 days of school. I have, well, 100 little, gold pieces you would find in a treasure chest."
Yes.
And then this one is the one that he actually wore not that long ago. This one says, "I crushed 100 days of virtual learning," because he doesn't go to face-to-face school. He's doing virtual learning this year.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that idea. That is such an awesome idea. Well, I am going to bring Eric out. Again, that is Tara. And how can they reach you and find you, Tara?
They can go on the Facebook page that's called Love Creations. It's Love Creations with the picture of Isa. She's my profile picture. My at name is at Love Creations 2021.
Awesome possum. Well, here is Eric with his beautiful artwork.
You gotta click on the button, babe.
Oh, well, I did. Oh, there you are.
It's not fair.
You made it. You made it. I was like, pushing the button, pushing the button. It wouldn't work. So, hello, Eric, and you are from Texas?
Yep, I live here in Dallas, Texas.
Awesome. Awesome. How's the weather down there?
It's been beautiful lately. Not so much like 3 weeks ago. Like we got hit with this giant fucking ice storm that nobody was prepared for. So
Oh,
like my pipes burst in the building that I live in. Luckily, I didn't get flooded, but like I went like 4 days without water, and like I was like scooping up water out of the fucking swimming pool to flush my toilet, man.
oh,
Like
shit.
it was like some survivor shit, you know? So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was an experience, man.
Oh, I bet it sounds like it. So, how long you been doing artwork? Your paintings?
So I've been an artist now. I actually started out as a musician, and I've been doing music for probably the last 20 years of my life or so. And then I started a family and kind of stepped away from music for a little bit. And I would say about 10 years ago, I got really involved with painting. And was on a board of directors at a gallery in Deep Ellum for a bit, and was able to display some of my art there and work with some local artists here in Dallas. So that was kind of how I got started. And then life got like super busy, and I just really quit making art. I was really
Yeah.
focused on like, going to school and building a career and just kind of, establishing myself in the world. And I forgot, how much joy art brings me. Right. I
Oh,
got caught
yeah.
up in the gears of life, and, uh,
Yes.
you know, this quarantine and, the whole coronavirus thing, man, it's been a very, tragic event for the world.
It
But
has. It is.
for me, it was the shift that I needed to start looking inward and start figuring out what makes me happy. And I just had this urge and this desire to start making art again. Like for me, art's like a piece of me. Like I have to be creating.
Yes.
I have an artist brain. I'm always thinking about stuff. And so because I had so much time at home because of quarantine, I'm like, damn, I got to do something. So I would
Yeah.
say around October of last year, I really started doing my art again, and I discovered fluid painting, and I just fell in love, and it's taken off from there. So I would say I've like seriously been doing the fluid painting probably around like 6 months or so now.
Oh, nice, nice. And I tell you, man, all of your work is just beautiful. I'm gonna pull this one up. It's one of my favorite. You already know which one it is.
Yes. So
I,
this one is called Seven Chakras. So
hmm,
if you're not familiar with what a chakra is basically an energy point or a center within your body. Each one is
yes.
going to be represented by a color. So this one basically has all of the colors of the rainbow, going from purple at the top, and then we've got the blues, the greens, the yellows, orange, and then red. And those all represent centers or energy points within your body that control, different feelings and functions. So I was inspired by the seven chakras to put that one together.
I love it, love it, love it. Like, I had no idea about chakras until I had the actor, producer, and artist. Stop it. Damien Costello, and he had a chakra on his door, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's rainbow!" Because I just love rainbow everything. I was like, "Oh my god!" And he was telling me about chakras and everything. So here is your collection that you like to make more than one piece to fit into whatever you're decorating, like whatever room, wall.
Yeah, so one of the services I offer my customers is the ability to completely customize elements. You want to use to decorate your house. I can do any size canvas, any color combinations you want, but I love pairing things together. So like I also do not just canvases. I do paintings on household objects as well. So like in this example, this one was a vase and a canvas that I did together. So this is actually the vase itself right here. Um,
Awesome.
so and what I like to do with these, sorry, the camera's kind of weird, but what I like to do with these is to match it when I'm pouring on this particular vase. I'll put a canvas underneath it so I can catch the paint and repurpose it, and then go and make that into another painting. So they match, and it's really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. I love. Yeah, like that's an awesome, awesome idea. You don't really go to very many places that have something like that. It's either one or two pieces, not like a three piece. And you can even go more than just that. I'm sure. That's just beautiful, man. Just awesome.
I don't
Thank
see
you.
how you guys have the artistic, like creative mind. My brain don't work that way. I
And
can.
it's a blessing and a curse, man. I
Sorry,
have an artist's brain, so like I'm always thinking. So like I'll be in bed trying to go to sleep at 10 o'clock, 11:30 at night, and then I'll have an artistic idea, and I'm like, oh man, I got to get up. I got to go to my studio and put this into
Yes,
action.
my
You
picture
know,
on the camera.
yeah. So it's just it's crazy having a mind like this, but it is cool to be able to put it into fruition and put that out
Yeah,
into the universe.
absolutely. Yeah, totally. That you're sharing that with people, and it's beautiful. Like you're doing awesome. It's a beautiful mind to have for sure. This next picture I like, and it's one of Kevin's favorites.
All right, yeah. So this one is an example of what I would call mixed media art. So basically, when you're doing mixed media, I mean, that can be, that's just a term for multiple elements of art coming together. So in this case, the mixed media is going to be acrylic and then digital editing.
Mhm.
So basically, what I do is I start with an image of my painting, and then I'll pull that into Photoshop and do some editing and make it into the mandala. I love mandalas. Mandalas, they're just really peaceful to me. They reflect a principle called sacred geometry. And that's another thing that really inspires my artwork. But sacred geometry is basically kind of the belief that there's a certain set of geometrical symbols that fit together to make certain shapes like stars or triangles. And you start putting all these all together, and you can make just basically what is believed to be like the foundation of like the earth. So it's reflected in nature. Like when you look at a bee's honeycomb and you see that it's a perfect geometrical pattern,
Yeah.
so it's kind of based on those principles. But I like the mandalas because I kind of do the kaleidoscope effect where,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a reflection of everything. So it's like perfectly balanced. It's a perfect reflection on each side of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
what I was going on about earlier, wasn't it? It's like, look, it's just all matches.
Damien Costello said, "Whoa, that is so beautiful, bro. I can feel the energy from it." And he also said, "The spirit molecule vibes are strong."
Yeah, and I mean that's another thing that I really try to focus on when I'm creating my art. It's just like my energy. Like when you look at that particular mandala, that's a dark mandala, right? There's a lot of red, a lot of black,
Yeah. Yeah.
and when I made that particular painting, I was in a dark place, man. Like I use
Yeah.
my painting to help me deal with my depression and my anxiety. And sometimes at the end of the day, like I'm just feeling like I'm not feeling too happy, So like I use that art to kind of go into that place and release those dark feelings so that, I feel like I have some relief and I can just let it go.
Yeah. Yeah. And you felt better, after you did it.
Yeah.
And it was like a release. And that's just awesome.
But what's cool about that is it's a yin and a yang, like I could be
Yeah.
having an awesome day or I could just want to relax and I can
Yeah.
like go to my studio and paint and I can put on some really cool music and I can, just get into that place where I'm in that flow and, just enjoy myself and just kind of, lose myself in the artwork, if that makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. It's a really good idea to just get out of your mind and just totally release yourself. And like you said, I'm going to have you back on here to talk more about all that. And you said some meditation ways to meditate and, kind of show us that way kind of thing.
Yeah, most definitely. That's another big part of my artwork is just the meditation has really helped me in that area. Like it's really learning how to in the meditation rule they call it monkey mind. It's where your mind is always going a mile a minute. You're always thinking about shit. And
I have that shit all the time.
Yeah, right. But
Now it's a monkey brain time. Monkey brain moment.
But it drives you crazy, right? And like
It does. Oh my
I
God,
think
it does. It just never shuts
there's that song "Take It Easy" by the Eagles, right? And he says, "Take it easy, take
Yes.
it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy." And like
Yeah.
I finally understood what he was talking about in that moment.
Absolutely, man.
And that's
Absolutely.
it, right? So like the meditation for me helps me shut off that fucking monkey, right? It gets me to like
Yeah.
quiet down enough so that I can think clearly and focus on
Yes.
what's in front of me, man. Because like for me, like it's all about learning how to focus on the now, right? The moment that I have right now. Because I can't change shit that I did in the past, and that's what my
Yeah.
brain likes to talk about.
Yeah.
I can't change shit that's going to happen in the future. That's the other thing that my brain likes to talk
Right.
about. Like
Yeah.
I have this moment today, so meditation really helps me focus there.
Yeah. Yeah. Heck yeah. Awesome. And
I love the way that you put that
yeah.
because that's my brain goes into, oh my God, what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to, and it's, I do need to meditate more and calm my brain down. But we all know that if I tried to sit down, like I can't even draw a stick figure, but if I tried to even sit down, I've tried to say I'm going to write one day and I can't. I put stress on me and I'm like, I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
And then I end up just being like writing to-do lists or instructions, but that's just me. That's how my brain works.
Yeah, totally.
Kevin, get me if you want to message me on Facebook and I'll send you some YouTube links that can help you get started, man. Meditation is as simple as you make it, it can be real simple. And I've got some beginner stuff that I could set you up with.
Awesome. Heck yeah. We'd like that. I'd even read it and get something from it too. So awesome. Yeah. So you have another. Okay. Before I forget, Tara, there was something that you had made that I loved, and it has your son in it. Is it okay that I show the picture?
Yes, that's
So
my
you
son
made,
for his teacher actually.
yeah.
He Well, the thing is, I have one that is not similar to that, but it's made out of the Christmas balls, I guess you put on the Christmas tree.
Mhm.
I was working at Wendy's back in Pennsylvania before I moved down here, and my manager and I were extremely tight. We, kept talking. We enjoyed our shifts together, and he made me a wreath for Christmas, and it's red and silver. And, my son liked it so much, and he sits there and goes, Mom, what am I going to get Miss Cooley for Christmas? I don't know. What do you want to give her? He points to my wreath. I go, no, we can make one. And that's what he came up with. The only thing I pretty much did was just use the hot glue gun. We got all the stuff. He picked everything out on his own, and he put it together. I glued stuff where he wanted it glued.
Well, he did fantabulous. Like that is so beautiful. He's already getting your talent, and that is just awesome. I love that.
He likes to paint just as much as I do.
That's awesome. And Eric, there is another picture that we liked.
All right, yeah. So that one is called Winter's Flame. And the reason I call that Winter's Flame is I made that particular piece when the snowstorm was here in Dallas about 3 weeks ago. So a lot of my art is inspired by nature and the elements. So that one is, the element of fire. So I really, that one has a lot of the dark blues and the oranges and the reds and the yellows that kind of go together and make that flame effect. Yeah.
Awesome. I like that. I like it. So Tara, do you go to another place like whenever you're doing your art and everything? Are you like getting into that to release something within yourself?
It depends. I mean, I have a lot of pictures in my sketchbook that honestly I would never show them to anybody because they would probably think that I need extreme major help. But it's to the point that, I do it, especially if like I'm hurting or I'm angry or I'm just ready to, scream on the top of my lungs because it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
It helps me to sit there, and especially when I'm having a bad day with my two kids, my husband's always working. They scream so much that there's times I just, sit there and be like, okay, do I want to beat you or do I want to shake my head? Because I really don't want to do both. And I yell at them, I scream at them, they scream, they sit down, they cry. I sit on the couch and there's many times I put my pillow to my face, I just scream because I can't do it. And
Yeah.
then I'll just pick my sketchbook up and just start drawing something, put a quote to it, and I feel better after that.
Oh, good. I mean, sometimes we got to find something to make ourselves feel better. And, like you said, Eric, with the quarantine and COVID going on and everything like that, we really need to find something, good and positive or something, just anything to get our minds off of what's going on. Like, we don't watch the news because it's so depressing. It's like, I have never seen so much depression in my life since I've been on this earth. And it's just crazy. So, I'm really proud of both of yous because yous have taken upon yourselves to not let yourselves get into that. You have found a release within something that you make that comes from your mind. You use your hands, and that's just putting a lot of talent and a lot of energy into something. And what you have created is just absolutely wonderful. And, I hope this show kind of shows other people, hey, yins are in quarantine, yins are going through all your stuff that you're going through and everything, and this is how you're coping with it, is, making something beautiful, and just, oh my God, it just speaks strongly. It really does.
Hi, Little Bit.
Hi, Little Bit.
Little Bit's joined us. She says, hi, Eric. Hi, Tara.
Hello.
So whenever, Eric, how old were you whenever you started drawing or painting or anything? And what was the very first thing that you ever did?
So I think I was probably about 25 or so when I first started doing artwork. Like I've always really enjoyed artwork. Like even like as a kid, like I loved going to the art museum. Like that was my favorite like field trip at school.
Yeah,
And like
mine
I've
too.
always been into like really kind of odd art. Like I really love Salvador Dali and like MC Escher. Just abstract like Jackson Pollock. I just really got into just
Yeah.
like the really kind of like abstract, like weird stuff. And then, as I kind of grew and kind of changed, with my beliefs and spirituality, I really started getting into Alex Gray. He's the artist that did a lot of the artwork for the band Tool. So you'll see the images that are kind of psychedelic and out there. And that just kind of inspired me to start making art. So my very first piece I ever did was kind of based off of an Alex Gray piece where it's like a flaming eye. So I did a flaming eye, and then I did like a circular grid around it, and that kind of got the ball rolling for me.
Awesome, awesome. So what was your first thing that you've ever made, Tara?
I honestly can't remember. I was young. I remember that. I used to decorate everything and anything because I got bored. Like my parents would get me, Barbie dolls when I was a kid, and eventually I'd get tired of the way they looked. So I chopped all their hair off, took all their makeup off, and decorated it myself. My mom used to yell at me because she'd have something bare on the wall that, wasn't painted. She wasn't doing anything, and she would just sit there and keep complaining. Well, what am I supposed to do with this? I have nothing to put here. So one day I painted something, and she goes, just because you're bored does not mean you mess up my wall. Well,
What are you doing, kid?
I was like, thanks, But I was in middle school. Honestly, can't I can't remember when I had did that to her wall that she was so furious with. But I want to say I was in probably fourth or fifth grade when I started, decorating and giving makeovers to the Barbie dolls that I've received for my birthday, Christmas. Like I guess I'm the type of person who gets bored. I would play with them for 3 months and be like, all right, I'm tired of you. Chop the hair off. They had little holes in their heads. So I would take my little needles and yarn and just, stick it through, get them ready and decorate them with paint or whatever I had. That's the thing. Like I don't just use paint. There's times that I've decorated something with nail polish or I've used my makeup because I had something in my head that I just couldn't get out of. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And unfortunately, my sketchbook is always next to me.
Yeah.
Well, so was my nail polish. I didn't feel like getting up. I was lazy. I didn't want to get up and get my paint, get the water because my kids were quiet. And it's like the second they see me, Mom, I need this. Mom, I need that. But I had this image in my head and I used my nail polish.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I used to get into my mom's fingernail polish too. I'm all like, Mommy, looky. Oh, looky, Mommy. And she's like, you're in my fingernail polish again. And it was always my nails. I think I was trying to tell myself something, but I wasn't listening at that moment in time because I was too young.
My older son's like that. If I'm in the nail polish section, he thinks I'm getting it, for my nails. But a lot of times I get it for just, like I said, my art. I'll paint my nails with it one time, maybe twice if it's lucky and it's a pretty color.
Right. Yeah.
Twice with it, but other than that, like it'll be in my sketchbook. It takes forever to dry though.
Oh yeah, it does. Like that's why I like color streaks for my nails because they dry in no time. So Eric, what is your favorite way of art? Like in your pictures,
Style.
what is your style? Like, what's your favorite style in making, doing?
I guess you can really kind of compare, I guess, my style, be it the fluid art or the painting, I guess, to kind of psychedelic imagery.
Yeah.
That's the best way I would describe it. Um, some of a lot of the stuff that I kind of see in my head can definitely kind of be inspired by some of my experiences with psychedelics. So it kind of really
Well, well, that's a good time.
I was going to
Good moment,
ask
so.
when you said psychedelic imagery, but then I was like, no, I won't go there. But we are going to have to go to a commercial.
Yes.
So we'll be right back, everybody. It'll just be a few minutes, and then we'll keep talking about art.
Yeah.
"2021 just got better. Your favorite shows from WLFE DB Radio can now be found on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Yes, we now video stream to both of those platforms. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothin, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE DB radio shows. This award-winning thriller has it all. Murder, political intrigue, mob revenge, and a bit of romance. Not to mention strong female and male characters with a storyline that could be tomorrow's headline news. Now for a quick peek into our story. To help solving a nationwide plot involving the assassination of several U.S. senators, the O'Rourke team is called in. To complicate matters, they now have to work against the clock to rescue one of their own. You see, the mob didn't take too kindly to the O'Rourke team's involvement last spring. It seems to have led to the indictment of their boss. Will they succeed? You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Hello, hello, hello. We have been talking to two of the most greatest artists I know. And I just love their artwork. If you haven't watched the show, rewind and watch it over. They are going to give information about their art, and you will see all kinds of just, oh my God, talent. So, Eric, where can people reach you, find you?
All right. So if you're currently watching, if you look at my name there, it's Eric, and then _cosmic, and I spell it COZMIC_pour, POUR. 1 second, I got a drink here. Yeah. So it's right now, Instagram is my digital portfolio. Everything I do, you're going to see on my Instagram page. So please visit Instagram and look up THE_COZMIC_POUR. So it's the_cosmic_pour. And basically, right now I'm dealing directly with my customers. I'm working on getting an e-commerce site set up. So I may have an Etsy page or I may do something else, but that's kind of all in the works. Also, here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'm gearing up to start doing festivals this particular season. So you might see me out and about at different art shows and fairs and things that are going on.
Awesome.
So yeah, so if you're interested in anything, contact me directly, and yeah, I can definitely make it happen.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, it is going. It's come to time to let you both go. Thank you very much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. You are awesome. Thank you for sharing your inner self with others, and I hope that if nothing else happens, that you touch somebody's heart and you try to help them open their mind. And I love you both very much.
I have one thing to say. So I was just looking your Instagram page, and Waterfall in Hades is freaking amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. My phone's crap, babe. It can't see. You can barely see it.
I don't know. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another one of those dark pieces. That's a big one though. That's a 16 by 20. I've done a few bigger pieces, but yeah, that's a big one hanging on my wall right now. And everybody, that one's for sale. Like I made that for somebody, and then they skipped town, so like I discounted that one. So get with me. And in fact, I'll work you out a deal. If you say you heard about it on this show, I'll hook you up, like half price. Like get with me, and we'll make that happen. Also, if you contact me on Instagram and you mention that you heard about the show here, I'm going to give you a 20% discount. So just mention the Everything'Yet Nothin show, and you'll get that discount for anything you get from me.
Awesome. So you heard it here on Everything'Yet Nothin, guys.
Yes. Everything'Yet Nothin. So I am going to remove you guys. If you just want to stick around and talk here in a little bit with us off of camera, you could do so, or you can just go ahead and continue your night and your fabulosity. Oh my God, I said it.
Bye, guys. Thanks for having me.
I'll be here because I want to talk to you about the two dolls that we were talking about.
Okay, awesome. I'll see you in a little bit.
Have a good one, guys.
Love you, Eric. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, and everybody, Eric was on a previous show with our friend.
It was actually
Corey.
my second show.
Was it the second show?
Third. No, it was the third show.
Yeah. Our friend Corey, he is transitioning, and we brought him on and brought Eric on as the family that is supportive.
Yes.
And so thank you for coming back on here to talk about your art.
Thank you for being a reoccurring guest on my show, our show. I like to say my show, and then, whenever he's around, I like to say our show.
It's his show, y'all. Let's be honest. It's his show. I'm just here for support.
He really is. Like, I don't know what I would do without him, because he shows me a lot of support and great energy, like Tara was talking about, and Eric. Like, we got to have that positive. We got to have that energy that is just so vibracious that you can just feel it totally down into your bones. Damien Costello said, great show. I enjoyed listening and watching while working in my studio. Love you all. You're my brothers. Yes, you're my brother too. Love you, bud.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching as well. And thank you, Abby, for being here, and Tracy, and a little bit, and Dom, and Tom, and did I miss Chanel.
And everybody else
Sarah,
who's join it next week.
Yes. Oh, and next Thursday, stay tuned. We are going to be having WLFE-DB family coming on and talking about their shows that they have on WLFE-DB.com. And yeah, if you haven't, like, literally follow, share whatever you can. We need ratings. I mean, we have good ratings, but
so you can catch us on
WLFE-DB.com.
Good job, babe. And there's a variety of shows. There's paranormal shows. There's variety shows like this. There's not like this for
LGBTQ.
but there's Dom. He does Real Talk with Dom, and he has people on there all the time from all kinds of different places.
And Genevieve, Creepy Parlor.
We've got Bipolar DM, so we're talking about mental illness. You guys check it out.
Yeah.
And we're on LGBTQ Friends Television on WLFED. And you can catch Inside the Drag Closet. And we've got some new shows coming up as well. So, and we'll hear about those on Thursday.
Absolutely. So look for us next Thursday, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern.
Yep.
Good job. I did it again. I'm so proud of me.
You're on the ball.
I am on the ball. So anyways, we have 30 minutes. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. And thank you all very much for staying tuned and watching our show. We really appreciate it. I love you all. Peace and love to everybody. If you're not a rainbow, honey, become a rainbow. And show that support of rainbowality. I love my gayness. I just make up whatever, and that's my way. It's the gay way, my gay way. So anyways, see you next Thursday. Peace and love. Have a good weekend.
I got it. Hi, everybody.
Bye. Oh. Still getting used to the
Thank you for joining T-Roy and a special guest here on Everything Yet Nothing. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life.